Full disclosure, it's hot as hell out and I'm in a hoodie and long pants, but you asked for this, so I'm simply giving you what you wanted.
So you want to learn a TDR?
Alright, so a touchdown rise is an off-axis flip, not this way, but more so this way, taking off of one foot, landing on a hand before any of your feet, typically used as a setup for more difficult tricks. A touchdown rise is actually just a variation of another move, a rise if you couldn't believe it, the only difference being you are reaching up towards the ground while upside down. So you're actually reaching down, touching down in a rise, TDR, touchdown rise. So what exactly do you need in order to do a TDR? Did I mention it's really hot outside? We're in my yard now. You should know this place if you don't. We're selling this shirt if you want it. There's only one of them. Information in the description. Most people will point to a tornado kick to be the first thing that you want to learn for a TDR, but I actually don't think that's that helpful. I think a Vanish 360 would actually be more helpful. The real reason people have you learn that is mostly for the step and the takeoff aspect. But you'll notice with the tornado kick, you're actually opening your body and stopping there for a second, freezing your momentum. And in a 360, you don't lift the leg and stop your momentum. If anything, you keep going. You may think that you need a back handspring, but a back handspring is actually here. And as I said earlier in the video, we're going off axis. So I would actually more so suggest a Valdez, which is a one-handed back handspring on an off axis. Then I would suggest being able to do that off of one foot as if you're doing a Grandmaster scoot, whatever you want to call it. I just call this a grand scoot. There's a lot of reasons for that, but at the end of the day, that's not this video. Scoot, GMS. Alright, let's break this bitch down now.
Touchdown, break this bitch down now.
Do not flip too hard and do not jump too little. You don't want to be tiny, you don't want to go too low to the ground. On the opposite side of that coin, do not jump too high, do not flip too slow. And this is something you might need to know if you don't know.
Now you know.
This spin, a flat spin, this spin here is very important in a TDR. You don't want to just roll here, keeping your feet on the side of your body. You actually want to rotate around so that you're facing the opposite direction of your DOM, the opposite of Dom. C will mod. Took me a second. As I was saying before, I don't believe a tornado kick is the most efficient first step to learn a TDR, even though it's more commonly done, despite a 360 being better for your hip turnover. So, if I was your sensei or if I was your teacher, which in this moment I am, I would be having you do cheat 360s and slowly adding more of an off-axis tilt to them until you feel comfortable with it and start reaching for the ground naturally, adding the touchdown into the cheat rise. The other method is starting with a Valdez and then adding a tornado step into the Valdez, doing a grand scoot, and then adding a cheat step or a tornado step into the grand scoot, slowly getting more comfortable with that until you can add the cheat 360 tech into the takeoff and throughout the flip. And by this point you may notice it doesn't matter if you focus on the cheat 360 and then the scoot, or the scoot and then the 360, you are within the realms of doing a TDR touchdown rise. Another thing to keep in mind is how short or long your limbs are, because that could drastically affect how you use your momentum, as well as how much you're blocking off of your hand, if you're landing close to your hand or far from your hand, because that could affect how you go into the next trick. Hopefully this was helpful, or at least entertaining. I almost missed the seat. Let us know what trick we should do a tutorial on next, and if you're more than a single-celled organism, you're probably wondering, who is we? Well, this is a group-run channel by myself and Q, Quinton Saul. So who knows who will do the next tutorial, but welcome your sweaty ass back out of here, because I don't work here. Boy, actually don't even go to school here.